tuned in.
You are now watching PNN Polished News Network.
You are now watching PNN Polished News Network.
Hey, yo! You are now watching PNN Polished News Network. You dig?
Do you want to be polished?
You are now watching PNN, the Polished News Network.
You are now watching PNN Polished News Network.
Do you need to be polished?
You are now watching PNN Polished News Network.
You just gotta be polished.
PNN!
You are now watching PNN Polished News Network.
You are now watching PNN Polished News Network.
You are now watching PNN Polished News Network.
Polished News Network.
Polished News Network.
PNN.
PNN.
PPN.
PPN.
PNN?
Polished News Network. Look at the Jordans. Look at the gun. This is all cap.
Yeah. Okay.
Polished News Network.
3 out of 5 grandmothers approve.
Hello, everyone. You are now watching Polished News Network, PNN, where it's all about entrepreneurs, all about business owners. And so we usually go live on Friday nights to have discussions and live interviews with other business owners and entrepreneurs. But today I was tagged in a post by my dear sweet cousin, Quenisha. And it was 2 people discussing business and friendships, and should you help other entrepreneurs, new entrepreneurs? Should you help them for free, or should you charge them for your time? Either way it goes, no matter how you dissect this is a great topic. So I immediately got on the horn and reached out to my entrepreneur family, and I was like, hey, y'all want to talk about this? Let's talk about this. So the video, it was a busy day, so I didn't really have time to download the video, whatever. But it was just hilarious. She brought up a topic about a friend that wouldn't give her the startup information on, how to start up her business. She was just like, go with Jesus, and entrepreneurship is hard, and all that good stuff, and you know how we do. And so her friend wanted a little bit more. Hey, Sister Rasha, how you doing? Her friend wanted a little bit, more information, of course, especially if you are already a Christian and you're already walking in God. You like, hey, I already know all that. Anyway, and so Derek Jackson took it a completely different route. He was like, sum it all up. He was like, if you want me to take time out to help you, and I did this and I did that to get where I'm at, and nothing is given to you for free. He just went off the handle. So I want to introduce my entrepreneur fam. They're on here waiting, so we can just dive into this conversation. So everybody, please share it on your page. Hashtag PNN Polished News Network. All about entrepreneurs, all about business owners, period. So first, as I bring everybody to the screen, we have Prophetess Z Soul Winner. And she is an entrepreneur. Also, she's an author. Her and her husband own Second Trucking LLC. So let's bring on Z.
Hello.
Hey, Z, how you doing? Doing all right?
How's everyone doing? Yes.
Good. All right.
I'm great.
Good. And so now we have Megan Chambers. She is an entrepreneur as well. She's the owner of Elite Diamond Solutions LLC, financial literacy. Come on now, and credit repair. So come on through, Megan. How you doing tonight?
I'm blessed. How about everyone? Happy to be
here. Good. And so we also have, I don't know where she went, but I'll send her another link. It's all right. This is good time, good fun time. And so I'm gonna bring on Quenisha and Dante D. Barbosa. the owner of, he got a lot, Dante's Kitchen, Dante's Kitchen and Car Wash Connect. Come on down. Y'all on her together. Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm gonna turn it over.
Hello, everybody.
Hey y'all.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, y'all.
Hey.
How y'all doing?
Good.
Good. How y'all doing?
Good.
Entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Good.
Blessed.
Good. And so we're gonna bring on Mighty Joe Hicks, owner of Buff Daddy Floors. He ain't gonna show his face, but he gonna be on here.
Hey, what
You
up?
know
What up? What
what?
up? What up? What up? What up? Well, I gotta hide the fact that we're in the same house.
Hold on right quick. Let me get, I'm missing somebody. Let me get her right quick. Gigi, you supposed to be on here too, Gigi. Click the link. Hey Angela, how you doing? Hey Casey. Hold on, y'all. Okay, I resent it to her. Okay, so let's dive into this topic: business and friendships to help or not to help new entrepreneurs. So, I didn't get the link. So let's start. Let's start first with how did you feel pretty much about the video that we all watched today? Let's start with Z. So Z, how did you feel about that?
Well, my perspective is different for me because based off my personal experience, I have 10 years plus experience in the entrepreneurship business, and I felt where Jess was coming from, and then I felt certain attributes that the man was saying. Not everything, but certain attributes that he was saying. As far as Jess, I feel like it depends on how close you are to that friend and what type of level you all are on for them to just give you, to give you everything that they soaked in and learned and went hard through hard times to just hand that over to you. It depends on what level in friendship that you all are on.
Right.
And then as far as what the man was saying, he was hitting some valid points, but some of the stuff it wasn't making sense to me, and that's just me. It's understood that you're not gonna just give everybody, everything that you learn just for free. First of all,
Right.
that's just common sense. You'll be led to who to give resources and connections to and who not to give to. But I felt just because to me that is why, especially in the African American community, why that we are the last race and we are lacking because we so scared to give out a resource or a connection to somebody, afraid that they're gonna come up before us, afraid they may be a millionaire before us, or they may get a financial overflow before us, they may
Right.
get the recognition before us. So you'll hold everything to yourself and keep all your resources, your connection, your plugs, vendors, and you'll keep everything to yourself. But what's the use of being selfish and not helping the next person? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Being a blessing, because you got to be a blessing and get a blessing. That's just my perspective on it. It's resources that I have from 9 years ago, 10 years ago, 8 years ago, 7 years. I'm literally not using these resources, and they still good connections. So why
Right.
sit on them when it's young people that starting businesses who they don't have no guidance, they don't have no help, they don't have no resources, they don't have no connection. They could be asking, crying out, and it's people that's selfish and won't give it to them. So why sit on them? And I'm not using them. Now I can
Right.
see if you work hard, if you claim you work hard for it, and you had to get it on your own, and that's just how you feel, like you don't want to give it out for free. That's overstood,
Right.
to me.
Yeah.
you
It's
know
okay. Yeah.
it,
And
it- it's
so
it's different for different people. It's different strokes for different folks, and you can give away your resources and connection. You can give away your step by step how you started your business, but that don't mean that the next person outcome that you give into is going to come out like your outcome. Just because it flowed a certain way for you, it may not flow that way for them. Everybody can have the same recipe, but they food not going to taste the same. What God has for you is for you, and what God has for them is for them. And yeah, they got to put God first. They got to pray. Make sure that's their lane, like I shared earlier. Make sure that that's your lane, your calling, your purpose, all that. But I don't understand why people can be so selfish like that. And half the people that's like that, and I'm just gonna be honest, it just is my personal opinion. Half the people that's like that, their business not even top ranking to even be like that. Understand me? Your business not even that successful, even touched a certain bracket for you to even be like that. So what steps are you even gonna give to somebody anyways while you being like that? And that's just my personal opinion, you know?
Yeah.
When
Well,
it's many people who have very successful business and
right.
they freely help people. They freely, hey, well, I got this connection right here. Just call this such and such, or call Jason and call them up and they'll hook you right on up. You know what I'm saying? People with successful business, they freely help people, kind-heartedly. That's my
Yeah.
whole point.
Yeah, because I think too it has a lot to do with your character as a person as well. But wait, let's add Dr. Latoya Smith on here too of LCS Counseling and Consulting. How you doing, Latoya?
Hey, sorry about that. I logged off the phone because I thought I could get on my computer, and then I couldn't get on with my computer. So sorry. I was watching. I shared it.
You
So,
said
yeah.
okay,
Here
okay,
it is.
okay. And then y'all, we got one more person coming in. Okay, I see what you're doing. I got one more person coming in. And it's Gigi, and she's. I wish I could see her face right now. I'm gonna add it to the stream. But she is the owner of Jay's Unlimited Collections. So we're gonna add her on here as well. Hey Gigi.
Looking like a big old kid.
Okay, so Megan, go ahead and tell us what you were thinking of, what you think about the video, and then once we hear from everybody, we're gonna break this down into pieces. So come on through, Megan.
So it's both perspectives. You gotta understand. For me, just me personally, like Z said, for me, I think that it's why would you come to anybody expecting them to give you the step by step? Everybody's business is different, right? And I really feel like it just depends on what it is. Mind you, I'm in credit repair and finances. The credit repair side, there's nothing that's not Googleable for you to find out how to do it. Okay.
Right.
So it's like, don't come asking me that. I do the research. That's what I did. I said, Lord, what am I good at? I'm obsessed with my credit. So I just turned it into a business. And I started with my husband. And clearly it was a success. You feel me? So
yeah. And you know what I think too? I really honestly the key word in this is friendship.
Okay. So
yeah.
I totally missed that aspect of it. So when I answered the question,
you're okay. You're okay.
It had nothing to do
We're
with
gonna talk about both. We're gonna talk about both sides of it. The friendship side of it and the non-friendship side of it. So yeah, no, you're fine with that. You're fine with it.
But I think when it comes to friends, so I'll answer on that aspect of it. It's like Prophetess said, I feel like it just depends on how close you are with your friend. Because you're not, nowadays we have to be careful of that. I just feel like some information I could give and some I can't. To promote, I give out so much that you could go and do the stuff on your own. But I just said it's red tape, it's politics to it, and it's time consuming. So that's what I'm here for, is to help with that. But it even if I gave you, like you said, you're not gonna run it like me. We're gonna have different things going on. So I'm not withholding anything to keep nobody from nothing. I just feel like anybody coming to me about it, don't be afraid to get what you're gonna get, and that's the truth about how I feel about what I'm doing. And that's not to be selfish. That's just how I am. But I give out information as far as like I hired a business coach, so I give out a lot of stuff about how what I did, what she did to help me get where I'm at. But as far as the details, I'm not gonna do that. Not for free. It's gonna be a fee for it. But as far as friendship go, I don't have no friends that's gonna come to me with that, because most of my friends that I run with, they got their own business. So there's no need to ask. And it ain't got nothing to do with credit repair. So that's just serious. If you my friend, you on your own. You doing something.
Okay, we're gonna go on down to Quenisha and Dominique. Hold on, let me see. Quenisha, can you hear me? Goodness. Nisha. Okay, Nisha. Okay, I think they're frozen.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna give them a minute and we're gonna come back to them. Okay, Dr. Latoya Smith, go and give us your take on what you thought about this video.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, your picture is frozen.
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you kind of like cutting in and out. Okay, I'll come back to y'all. Hold on. Okay. Okay, Dr. Latoya Smith, don't tell us.
Yeah, I don't know. I heard what both of them were saying. You know, I mean, Jess Hilarious is funny. You know what I mean? So she made it comical, but that's really how it goes.
Made it comical.
Like sometimes when you ask people questions, it's like pulling teeth.
Yeah.
Like, may I please have an answer? And I heard what he was saying, and then I heard what the lady was saying, but I'm more inclined to go with the lady at the end, you know, because I know when I started, and this is even before I had my business, sometimes when you ask people sincere questions, you get a riddle for an answer. You know what I mean? And it's like she was saying, like, listen, if Jesus, can I get the number? Like, can I just call her? Like, you know, she put her phone out. And I remember, and this is why I'm more inclined to help friends, especially, but even people that I know through a friend, because it was hard to get help. I remember when I started, and people hung on to that stuff. There were certain people, you know, and I'm not going to say any names, but that were intentional about in the profession excluding me. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And so I remember that. And so that's why now when I get it, my thing is I'm gonna help you because I know how that felt. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I know that's a seed planted because somebody planted seeds into mine. You know, now there are some things I do. I know we're gonna get into this in a little bit, but then if I turn to somebody else, they would be like, why are you doing that? Matter of fact, somebody said to me last week, you know, you can charge for that. Yeah. You know what I mean? So there's some ways I think we still got to run a business. Yeah. But I won't forget how it felt. And I don't want anybody else to feel that way. You know? And so she was just saying, go to school or go to the chamber. Like, yeah, but then sometimes it's more specific for a profession. But I'm not, you know, going to give everybody every little thing. But listen, if I get it free, I'm gonna, you know what I mean? I'm gonna pass it on.
That part.
Yeah. Right. Thank you for that. Okay, Gigi, what you got?
Okay. I've been in the business environment since I was a little girl. My daddy's an entrepreneur. My mom, she's a retired businesswoman, and I have family and friends, and you guys now as entrepreneurs and businesswomen. And so I've been learning since I was a little kid. So my perspective on it, you know, it's pros and cons in life. You do what brings you balance. If you feel like you want to give, you know, information to that person at the time, you know, be led. You know, don't be gullible like Raven was saying. You know, have morals and boundaries, and like, you know, have respect within yourself, because people have intentions to bring you down with just knowing who you are as well. So you got to be led by God. And I'm real big with putting God first, being led by God. I don't do anything but I got. So if I ain't led by God, I ain't doing it. Okay. Yeah. So when he said what he said, he used two different interpretations. Let's first start there. He used a doctor's perspective with a business person. That's two different ball games. You went to school for what you wanted to do. She had to work her way to the top. That's two different perspectives. You can't conjoin that together. Nobody's going to understand it unless, they say, the human eyes. They're going to look at, they're going to praise him. Oh, he's doing something. He said something important. No, he didn't. That's two different perspectives, baby. So when you come from a realistic perspective and compare the same thing in that, then yeah, I might have somewhat had an agreement with him. But when it comes to friends, I have sisters and brothers, my dad and my mom. And like you guys, if I need help, I believe, and I have had help. My sister, all the time, I seek advice from her. And sometimes I'm strong-minded of my own. Sometimes the things that she say I don't always agree with. So you can't be too gullible, to seek all kind of information, because what they might say might not always be right. And like Raven said, it's Google. Baby, Google got everything you need to know. YouTube has everything you need to know. So there's nothing that you cannot know. You know what I'm saying? And so I think I'm done. That's all I gotta say.
Amen.
Amen. She keep calling me Raven. It's Reve.
I'm sorry.
That's why I was like, who is Raven?
I'm sorry. I'm not good
with that. It's okay. I love you anyway.
I think that's all I have to say with that, And I believe the community, should work together to uplift each other, to help each other come up and be better. Because I see it a lot in our community that we're quick to withhold information. Like I ain't gonna say I'm gonna say most Black people don't like to help you at all. They really are selfish because they feel like, oh, she's not gonna pass me up. Because if I give her what she needs to know, I feel like that she's gonna be better than me. And see, in my case, baby, be better than me. I want you to be better than me. I want you to pass me up, because guess what? It's gonna be a time and moment that you're gonna shine. You're gonna get your time. Be willing in that area sometimes. Just like I said, be led by God. Don't move before your time. Don't speak before your time. Don't pray before your time. Be led by God in everything you do. He's gonna direct your path. That's how that's gonna be, baby. Okay.
Amen.
Yeah.
Okay, Joe, what you got?
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Am I clear? Okay, cool.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, so I watched the video, right? And I understood Jess Hilarious, and I think his name is Derek Jackson. I've seen him on a bunch of different videos before.
Right.
I can see both points of view, and I think neither one of the points of views are wrong. And I think we're all saying the same things. Yeah. We're in the same neighborhood on this conversation.
Right.
But I would say in these situations that we have to use discernment when we're dealing with people, because we know right off the top, like off the bat, when someone's serious about actually starting a business, or they want to know, they're gonna pester you. You're gonna know off the top if a person's serious. Like if you say, okay, we'll call me tomorrow, shoot me a text tomorrow. You can really be just trying to get out of the conversation, just say, well, and kind of blowing them off. Say, hey, well, send me a text. We could talk tomorrow or whatever, just to get out of the conversation. But if that person starts texting you and calling you, you know they're serious about what they're trying to do. And I think that's where the phrase "time is money" comes in at, because I believe this as well. If let's just say I don't like to use the term, but a mentor. If I mentor you, right? Mm-hmm. If it's a genuine thing, like we're friends and I mentor you through something, and then you accomplish something. Like me, my business is still in the toddler stage. I'm just learning how to walk. So I'm one of those people like Z was talking about that. Hey, I'm not in the financial tax bracket to even tell you that I can't help you. You know what I mean? So, somebody had to help me. So, but at the same time, I have to use discernment and make sure you're not wasting my time. Right. So so let's just say I give you a bit of advice, or like I do floors, right? And residential cleaning and commercial cleaning, stuff like that. So let's just say you decide to do the same thing that I'm doing, right? Now, if you paid me for my time, I'm not saying that it should be a fee or whatever. If you want to just come to me, let's just say you don't even know me, and you come to me and say, hey man, show me how to do this. How did you get started?
That's what I'm talking about right there.
So how did you get started, right? Now, if I may not want anything, like I'm not that type of person, I may not want anything from you. But let's just say you pay me and then you take my idea. At least you paid me.
At least you paid me.
You see what I'm saying? So I can't say, okay, well, you stole my idea, or you paid me for my time. You paid me for my time. So I can see either one. And going back to what Gigi and Z was saying, about the black community and how we don't help each other.
Right.
And that's the biggest problem. And that's why we're in the lower bracket far as money being made, far as children, far as families, far as these things, because we don't help each other. We don't have a village like we used to. Because soon as you try to help somebody, either A, you don't want to help, you're apprehensive because you believe you're going to be stabbed in the back, or that person actually stabs you in the back. So, that's my take on just what I saw initially from the video.
Okay. And let me see. I think I got Quenisha and Dominique back on here. Nisha. Make them other people in your house get off the Wi-Fi. I did.
I came with y'all tonight.
Get off them devices. Listen. Okay, I'm gonna give it up. I can hear you, but you kind of breaking up a lot. Did you get on your laptop?
Or try from another phone, or maybe just turn the camera off, whichever one is slowing your Wi-Fi down.
Right. Because you can turn your camera off and it'll just have your picture. It just have your picture on there. Okay, I'm gonna let her work on that. And so the for those of you that are just now tuning in and coming back on, there was a video that we seen earlier that Quenisha posted on her page about business and friendships, and pretty much to sum it up, should you help? Hold on, she messaged me too. Should you help? I'm on the hotspot. Okay, hotspot. But should you help? Wait, y'all, wait. I'm distracted. Hold on, look at this. Listen, I saw the 6 churches.
Bye, Detra. Bye, Detra. Bye.
Man, I passed it funny. But okay. So back to what I was saying. And so this the video hit me kind of in 2 ways, because most of y'all was saying that you've been there where you are the startup company and it's not that many people willing to help you. And so I want y'all to tell me a scenario to where you were the startup company and nobody will help you. So I'm gonna give you mine first, right? So I went when I first started Polish Elegance Everything, I went to several conferences and different things like that. And I was upset because I'm already a member of a church. I have a church family and I know Jesus. So I don't want to go to a business conference and hear about Jesus and all that stuff. I get fed, you know what I mean? And so that it just kept happening over and over again. And I'm like, yo, I came here with the same thing I had, my little journal and my pen, and I didn't get any information. It's like, it's good that y'all like having church, but I could have did this at my own church. And so that was and it just kept happening. And then that's when I was like, we need a better sense of community as far as business owners and entrepreneurs, because it's hard, it's difficult. And if it's something as simple as, hey, pick a name, make sure nobody else got that name, go get your DBA. What field are you in? What certifications do you need? I don't know. I'm not in that field. But it was just, I was just getting thrown around. And then I looked up, like the girl was talking about in the video about the SBA and the Small Business Association. And I went and looked at that and learned some stuff. And of course, how our pastor is, she helped me a lot as far as, different steps and different things that I needed to take. But when and Minnesota Toya did the same thing.
Yeah.
But it was other people. I think I was expecting to get just a little bit more. And so I learned that nobody owes you anything.
Yeah.
So don't
Yeah.
expect anything from them because
Yeah.
you will be holding your breath. And there's
Yeah.
people today that I know that said they paid thousands of dollars, hundreds of dollars to get info about their, about how to run a business, how to
I
make
did. And I did.
yeah.
Exactly.
And I think I told you not
That's
to.
why I ain't telling. Exactly. That's why, I mean, if you want your stuff to run professionally, I feel like that's how you feel about your business. It's gonna take that in some cases.
But then
Real
it's
talk.
just like, but the other part of that is who do you go to, for that kind of help? Because other than that, you'll be spending $500 over here, $500 over here. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm not doing that. I can't do that.
Yeah.
And so so I want to know, y'all, you tell me your stories on when you first started, and who was helpful, who wasn't helpful, what was the milestones and the struggles that you came into in the beginning that makes this conversation even happen, make us feel so passionate about this topic. All right, so hit it, Z.
Well, I'm gonna speak on my personal experience, of course. So when I first started, it was with the tax business. I've had multiple businesses. I've been filing taxes for 10 plus years, and with that, I would say we was kind of pretty blessed. Lady actually, an elder lady actually set us down, brought us to her house, and she showed us the ins and outs, the ropes, get your PTIN, get registered, everything. But when I moved on to another business, my boutique, it was horrible. Like, I couldn't get nobody to help us. I would ask, even close friends, I would ask, hey, you got your little boutique, or, somebody else over here with a boutique. Do you mind? I wouldn't ask them like, oh, give me your resources or give me your steps. I didn't ask like that, but I would ask, I would just tell them, hey, do you mind, just helping me out, telling me what move or what step you think I should make? Cause I don't know anything about a boutique, but I know I've always done hair. I do lashes. I do this. I do that in the boutique. I want to sell clothes. I do know that. They would be snobby, rude, and I'm talking about these people was at the time, supposed to be bosses. So I'm like, if you a boss, why can't you help me? So what I had to do, instead of crying out all the time and asking and asking and asking, I had to pay for a course. Like I spoke earlier on my platform, I paid for a course with I Am Perez, and I flew out to Atlanta with my sister. Flew out to Atlanta, went through his course, and he didn't even charge that much. Didn't even charge. He big mogul, a celebrity now. He didn't even charge that much. Paid for his course, got all the vendors, plugs, connections, all that. Came back to Dallas, and it went from there.
And went to work.
Yeah. It went from there, and half the connections and resources and vendors I got is from 10, either from my first 10 plus years, or accumulated like from maybe 2 years ago or 3 years ago. Every resource and connection that I got, and everybody not gonna get the same, vendors and plugs. I'm not gonna give everybody the same, because everybody can't go around with the same stuff. But I dropped that for this stuff for 10 plus years worth of knowledge, and I paid and dropped that for this stuff. But it's different for me because God retired me literally from all my hobbies. He retired me from all my businesses that I had from when I was younger. Up until now, he retired me. Only business he gave me is my trucking business, and that's it. My ministry, I don't consider that as a business. That's ministry. I retired from the boutique, from eyelashes. I did eyelashes, was the coldest eyelash extension, and then I did taxes for 10 plus years. So since I'm not using those resources and connections and vendors and plugs, I just been sitting on them for years. God said, hey, go share it. It's people who need these resources. It's young girls who want to start a business and stuff, and they don't know.
Right.
You the blueprint. You paid away. Just like they didn't give it to you. You give it to them. Just like they was snobby with you, but you don't do them that way. You show them love. Give it to them. I said, okay. Now the type of hustler I am and hustler that's in me, and especially when I was out in the streets, I'm the type, oh, baby, ain't no game for free. Yeah, you gotta pay for that. Yeah, that's how I used to be. Yeah, talk that big honcho talk. Yeah. Oh, you gotta pay for that. Ain't nothing for free, baby. What you thought it was, little baby? Yeah. Hold on, what you thought it was? Yeah, that used to be the old Z. See, I would made you pay. If you ain't trying to make no racks, I don't want to hear it. I'm just being honest. But I thank God that I'm changed and renewed, and that I'm able to be, you know, the vessel that I am to give people things that they don't have to start their businesses. And there's people who are running businesses and they still don't know things or have the proper resources and connections, or just, you know, it's the simplest thing in business that some people may not know, you know. And so I relate to Dr. Latoya by knowing how it feels when you starting out and you starting up, and you know, you don't have no resources, no connections. You asking people, they being snobby with you, they, you know what I'm saying, looking down on you, they excluding you out on purpose just because it's you, because they know you a real hustler, and they know, hey, if I give this person this information, oh, that she a hustler in the streets already, so I know if I give her this information, she really gonna take off if she branch over to legal. That's how they was doing me and my sister, because they knew we was battling in them streets. So they say, hey, we can't give them sisters we can't give them sisters no connections, no resources. They was literally withholding stuff from us on purpose because they knew we was gonna take off. And that's a different perspective, you know. It's just some people like that, you know.
Right. It is. Nisha.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, y'all hear?
Can you hear
Tell
me?
me how I'm fan off.
Can y'all hear? Oh, that's my hit. I'm cold.
Well, you gotta turn all that off.
40 minutes. 40 minutes later.
It's messing with
Is that better? Is that better?
It's messing with the service. Turn it off.
Yeah.
Okay, that's better.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
35 minutes.
Still.
Yeah, okay, right.
All right, Nisha, come on. So you always
okay. So I just
wait. It's still crackling. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, stay right there. Okay, now don't move.
Okay, I ain't gonna move.
Okay. Now tell us. You ready?
Okay, the reason why I decided to tag y'all to the video, because I missed everything, so I'm sorry.
That's okay. Go ahead. You the reason why we're here.
Okay, hold on. It's like a delayed reaction. Okay, so it's delayed, and I apologize. So by my husband being a business owner, and then, you know, all of you lovely ladies are surrounded me. You guys, you know, have your businesses, and I'm in the process of doing mine. You know, that was a great topic to touch on, because I hope you don't mind me saying this, but Dominique was in that situation to where there's this individual that asked him questions in regards to how did he get started, you know, information of a sort. And Dominique was really disturbed by that. He was like, you know, everybody trying to start, you know, detailed services, and they asking me for information, and, you know, and I just basically said, everybody is not going to be cut out for it. And when you got God in the center of it, you have special talents and it's unique. Anybody can do the same thing, but when it's ordained by God, it's completely different. We can't stop the process. And like I told Alicia earlier, my analogy is I can give you the ingredients, but I'm not going to teach you how to prepare the dish. That right there, you're going to have to figure out on your own.
Okay, that's good. Google.
But, you know, I'm going to give you the ingredients. It's going to be in front of you, but you just got to figure out how to prepare it, you know.
Yeah.
You know, don't stop your blessings because somebody is saying, hey, you know, how did you get started? Who did you talk to? You know, you can give them pieces of the information, but you don't have to give them full details of what you've done.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so it was a valid point that African Americans are, you know, the ones who we are losing. You know, I can say that we are, because you have Hispanics, they all live in one household. They got money. We think they ain't got no money, but they got money because they work as a team, and
they do.
And like the same thing with the beauty supply stores, all the Filipinos, you know, instead of them going out getting loans, what they do is they all work together, and once they establish all that money, they pass over to the next person, then they open up their business, and they give them the ideas, and it just keeps going. It keeps going.
Yeah,
and so I'm like, as African Americans, we should be able to do the same thing. We are not each other's competitors. We supposed to be uplifting each other, and inspiring, because I know some people abuse it, and there's a difference between the two.
Yeah.
But that's where discernment comes in, like, hey.
I think she's delayed. Nisha, we delayed to you?
Did y'all lost me? Sorry.
You know what?
Okay. It's okay. Megan, what was you about to say?
We've been struggling.
But here's Dominique because it's a delay reaction, y'all. I'm sorry. Blame it on Cricket. Blame it on Cricket. Hold on, here's Dominique.
Come on, man, turn the fan back off.
Oh Lord. Ow. All right, guys. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, how y'all doing? I've been watching the whole time. But I really didn't watch the video, but I will. I've been hearing y'all speak the whole entire time since y'all been live for the past 42 minutes. But basically, with me, like, I'm real too. I'm serious. It has some real technical difficulties over here.
42 minutes, I can be on there all night.
But for me, like how I got started with my business, you know, I started like in 2013. At the time, I was working like at a fast food restaurant like Taco Bueno, and then like when I would leave there, I would wash like different kind of cars or whatever, and then within those couple of years, I started to say it to myself, well, hey, well, you know, if I'm doing this and it's making me some extra change on the side, then I might as well try to, you know, make it into a business wise. And so in 2016, I felt like I started to get a little bit better, and then like some of my business and clientele started picking up. And I've been doing it ever since. And it's been getting more kind of busier, but I'm kind of slow now since it's cold in the winter time.
Yeah.
But other than that, is
Oh yeah, Quenisha told us your
I
story
can't
about.
hear you because her phone, I don't know what's going on with her phone.
Lord, I told y'all to get the laptop.
I'm sorry, y'all. Look, they over crying until I get the laptop. I'm sorry, y'all.
It's all right, man. It's all right. Dr. Latoya.
Yes.
So you got a story for us when you were getting started, and you know the people.
Yes. You know, one that stands out for me, and it's good. You know what's interesting too? These are things that I'll never forget, which also motivates me to still go harder. I remember one time I was supposed to meet with somebody who's also in my field, and she had pushed the time back. She said, "I got something to do. You know, I can't meet with you. You know, at this certain time. You know, we're gonna chill for a second, get some coffee, or whatever." So it turned out I was invited. Somebody had let me know the day before, after I had talked to this person, that there was a meetup for therapists 5 minutes from my office.
Ooh, shady boots.
Wow. So don't you know that I go there and she's sitting there.
Shady
You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, it was stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'm starting up. You someplace else starting.
Right.
But you wouldn't invite me to where the Black therapist linking up at.
Come
you know,
on.
so it was stuff just like that. Or you know, even in my office building, or asking a therapist across the hall a question, and then kind of, you know, it was cool at first and become guarded, but then as by the grace of God, as the business started growing, now you wonder what I'm doing. You know, like, well, and asking the other therapist, well, who are you and what's going on? You know, or even when it comes time to start and you ask another therapist again. Not that therapists are bad people. I don't want to paint that picture.
No,
that's what I'm asking. And you know, asking these questions and not wanting to give you just, you know. And I was just having this conversation yesterday we got too many people that need help. Nobody's out here stealing clients like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's too much going on that,
Is she
you know what I
helping
mean?
you
I'm not in the
properly?
bushes outside your practice. Like, you know, like come over to me. Like, nobody's doing that. And,
Right.
and I wish we would stop thinking that way, that there's
For
enough.
real.
I know people who have other practices in Fort Worth and everybody stay full. You know what I mean? But if it's almost like if I give you something, what are you going to do with it? And that's not, that's not the case. I'm going to work just like you working. And if I get it, I'm going to pass it on to you. You know? But there's things like that I won't forget. And I think it's those moments that, you know, want me to pass it on. But I just want to say this much too, like I know we moving on with different topics. I also want to add too that I also still get some free, you know, tips from other people, like something that they paid for the money for, and they'll pass it right on to me. You know, so I just wanted to be clear as we talk about this that you know I'll give it, but it's little things like that I won't forget. But it's that idea, that competition.
Yeah.
You know, like if I give you this, you gonna take off running.
Yeah, and I think it's that whole crabs in a barrel.
No, for real.
With us is with our folk. And like Quenisha was saying, like other communities, they come together and they'll give this person $10,000 to go and start their business. And I know me and Latoya talked about doing that with within our group, that you know it'd be dope to you know get money together, and then this person is starting their business, and it's okay, here's the money for your LLC, here's the money you know to do this, to do that, because the EIN is free. So
come on,
it's a free gift. So it's just, but yeah, it's our community. And so yeah, so Megan, tell us a story about you getting started.
Well, like I really like what Prophet Z said in the beginning. You know, I'm still new at it too. Like I've been in business 9 months, but like I said, regardless of the fact, I'm very confident in what I do. You get what I'm saying? And that's why I went out of my way to make it legit on every aspect, because I wouldn't be taken serious. So if anybody comes to me and you know how I'm running my business, asking me for that, I'm kind of looking at you like, you know, get what I'm saying? At this where I'm at in my life now, when I start making some money, then that's different, of course, because we all need to shine. I want everybody credit to be straight. We all need to be out here handling our financial business. But yeah, so basically I was teaching before I started doing this, and I love the kids, but I know like just dealing with my own, that's not something that I want to retire doing. And coronavirus hit, and I got to sit down for a couple of months. So I was like, Jesus, you see how I'm feeling? And I like staying at home. And, you know, I like to get paid. I don't want to be waiting on no monthly check. I've been getting paid like that for 6 years. So you got to really know how to manage your money to, you know, get paid once a month like that. And I was tired of a lot of things. And so when God spoke, I actually just picked it up. And I had paid someone previously to fix my credit in the past, and he did a really good job. And so, but I knew this individual. I knew he wasn't going to help me start my business. And that's just how I looked at it. I would never go to nobody and say, hey, can you tell me how to start a credit repair business? Because to me, I know how people are. And so I prayed on it and did my research. And my mentor, Dr. Latoya Smith, yeah, she was one of them that helped. She helped me a lot just with like the LLC part. I have to give her credit with that. You know, you ask people you trust. That's what you do.
Amen.
You know what I mean? You helped me a lot, Alicia, because a lot of y'all are running successful businesses. So that's all I was asking is people that I know that got stuff together.
Amen.
You know?
That's right.
And I just picked it up and I've been going ever since. And don't get me wrong, I've had some hard times where like I wanted to put it down and go get a job. But God gave me this and nobody can tell me otherwise. Yeah. Sorry. Right. You know I'm animated. I can't help it. But he did, and I'm using it. And this is my ministry too, because I do listen, I go above and beyond. Like I talk to people. When they call that number, you talking to me. You know what I mean? So helping people is no matter what I do to make money, as long as I'm helping people.
Yes, Lord.
So it's just a win-win.
Yeah.
You know? And I'll get where I need to be, but I'm not in competition with nobody. I keep my eyes on my own path and what I'm doing with my business, you know.
Yes,
so
Lord.
that's what I'm doing, basically. That's my
Yes.
Let's go.
That's good. Amen. Yes,
Thank
ma'am, Megan.
Thank you.
Gigi, you hear me?
Yeah, Gigi been hollering at some kids.
What's the question again?
Just about when you started up with your business, like were people, helpful, or did you struggle with that? It sounds like
say
somebody's typing. I think we being watched.
I'm gonna say this. When I first started out, I didn't know. I was trying to find my direction at first, so it was quite a bit challenging because I'm gonna say it is an emotional thing, a spiritual thing before it's a physical thing. I'm gonna say that first, because if you don't have it in you mentally and spiritually, it's not gonna be at a good thing, at a good direction. So that's what I had to deal with in my past. I had to find out who I was emotionally and spiritually first, and let God lead me and direct me. And it goes back to what I said when I finally had came out and said that I was proud of myself, how hard I worked at the top, because when I first started, I didn't want to do it because I had social anxiety. I dealt with social anxiety, and I dealt with how people thought about me, and so overthinking and negative thoughts that would consume me at the time, and preventing me from taking that step. So once I had catered to myself therapeutically and let God, step in and heal me in that area, I was able to maintain a positive outcome. Now, far as reaching out to help, I didn't reach out to help. I didn't want help because, like, go back to what Megan said. I already knew how people were, so I didn't even want to, go through that backlash. Because if you it says again.
Yeah.
If I ask you for help, I already know what that person's gonna say, but it's just me pulling myself out that emotion to ask anyway to see where it's gonna take. I know that person probably still gonna say no. So that's what I didn't want to go through that either. So all that has stepped in. But now this year finally, I pulled myself out of that. I took a leap of faith. I didn't have to. I'm gonna say this. I didn't have to go the hard route. God basically put people in my direction. He put people in my path. Even then, I had the tools and stuff. I had the information that was given to me for free. I didn't have to go work hard to go get it. I was basically handed the information. So, have I had a hard experience? Yes, because what I had allowed to put myself through with that. But other than that, I pretty much had it handed to me. I'm sorry. I mean, that's what it was.
And that's okay. That's okay. God is good.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Right. We can't even be mad about that. That's fine.
At all.
Everybody's not handing out stuff.
Exactly.
Right. So, Joe, do you have a wait, y'all? Look.
Oh man, that's funny.
Oh man. All right.
Man, look, my mama is crazy, man. I swear she should be like no, for real. If she wasn't a pastor, she could be like a stand-up comedian.
She would. I tell it for real.
Yeah, she is funny, man.
She
is funny. How I got started, right? Okay, it was something that I was really just kind of playing with, right? And far as the carpet cleaning and doing floors, right? It's a skill set I got from my father when I was little, like 9, 10, 11. My daddy showed me how to run a buffer, showed me how to do different things, right? And watching them, my mother, my father work for themselves. See, I had to realize the older that I got that I don't like authority so much. I don't like bosses that are I feel unworthy of the title of boss.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. So if you're giving me an order or you're handing me down a task, right? And I don't think you're a genuine person. I can work with you, but you can never really cross certain boundaries with me. Because number one, I know when I go and clock in on a job, I'm just a number, right? So I'm a number. So I got that from my parents. They don't like to work for people. So I always had it in me. I always had it in me to work for myself, but I never did. You know, I came out of the nursing field. I did that for about 15 years. Alicia is who kind of got me started in the area of the floors or whatever, and I appreciate her for that. You know, she was like, "Well, baby, why don't you just do it? Why don't you just get you a carpet cleaner, get you a couple buckets, and then once
That's Alicia too. What you got a start date for?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yes. I guess she figured out that it was a way that somehow it could be another stream of income for her. I know how she thinks, right? So
that's my girl, for real.
Right. So if that's another, yeah.
Yeah.
So if that's another stream of revenue. Of course, she all the way for it. But then, of course, my mother got a hold of it. Pastor Deidre Hicks, she got a hold of it, and at that point, right. But at that point, they started pushing me. So, instead of socks for Christmas, I got a mop bucket. It's for Father's Day. I got a vacuum cleaner. You know what I mean? Like my mama and Alicia just started like sowing those little bitty seeds, right? And I'm still working. But I'm still working for a company. But as a man, right? Just this point of view, as a man, I know my wife is going to encourage me to do stuff, and I know my mother is going to encourage me to do stuff. And even my father said, "Well, hey man, it's good money in it," And he ran me down all the reasons why I should do it. But it actually took for me to just really jump into it. It's two of my friends, right? And they ain't black. I hate to say it, but they ain't black. Two of my friends was like, "Say, man, if you can do this, you're good at it." They just gave me the game right off the top. They said, "Hey, you can hook up with this service and that service and this service, and they'll get to work for you. If you're worried about advertisement and the actual business coming in, now you got to pay to get in there, but they gonna hook you up with jobs, right?" So sometimes it takes that outside of your family influence to push you, and I probably wouldn't have got this information really from nowhere else. So, that's why it's only a handful of people that can really now hit me on my inbox or in person or a text message and correct me on something when it comes to my business.
Right. Oh, that's something else.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So it's only a couple people that can do that because I know that you genuinely care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So once we got pushing, right? And well, it's like a feedback or something.
Yeah.
But once we got pushing, right? Yeah. Once we got pushing, right? So we started out really small, like a floor here, a floor there, and then all of a sudden, it just kind of grew. Hey, Alicia, like, hey man, you need a business page. She owned me. Some of the days I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
I don't even want to do the work. Sometimes I'm like, man, forget that. And then here come
Y'all
Alicia.
gonna be rich.
Here come Alicia. Like, hey, and my mama and my father and my two homeboys. It's the right people. You gotta have the right people around you, especially when you're trying to grow. Because man, they'll call me out quick. Every one of the people that I named will call me out quick. My mama say this all the time. Well, I hope you ain't acting like you tired. And I'm like, I ain't tired, She said, "Well, you want to go back to work? You want to go work for somebody else?"
Right?
Okay.
No.
It's real.
Yeah.
No.
So, and then and I'm gonna wrap. This end up with this question, but whatever. But far as as far as competition, like people that you work with or may do the same thing you do. Look at all the successful industries now. You can't go to a CVS and not see a Walgreens right across the street.
Yep.
Come on now.
I mean, if you go to a Walmart, it's gonna be a Tom Thumb down the street somewhere.
Yeah.
Come on
So
now.
I'm going to both.
Right. So we can't really worry about like I don't know who said that about the ingredients, but I'm not gonna I'm gonna give you the ingredients, but
That was Tanisha.
okay. So it's like, yeah, you do what you want to do with this. I can only tell you, or you can watch me,
Right.
but we have to stand out somehow. Each one of us, we have to stand out. What makes your business different from the next person?
Right.
Yeah.
What do you specialize in? Otherwise,
Right.
we have to keep evolving
Right.
and keep changing and paying attention to the times.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because that's the only way you'll stay relevant. But as far as competition and things like that, that's healthy. That drives the price up.
Yeah.
It does.
That drives the price up.
It does. That's the truth.
That's good.
And so and y'all, we have a question. I didn't want her to think I passed it up to me. Try I see your question
About the family.
About
I just read it.
You just read it. I want you to know. Oh wait, I want to know if you all experienced going to your family for help and they said no, but yet they helped someone else with the same business. How did you feel, or how would you feel, and do you think that would or did hold up your business? So let's change up the order real quick. Minister Latoya.
I never, I don't think I can answer that. I didn't. I guess I never asked them because I didn't think they could. What I mean? I didn't. My family didn't. They didn't invest financially within the business, so I'm probably not the person to ask.
Okay.
For that.
Also, Gigi had a hand up. Come on, Gigi.
Well, my advice to that question is, don't be offended who don't want to help you, because at the end of the day, I had this situation happen not too long ago. So, and I was not offended by it, baby. I'm at peace. Ain't nobody disturbing this peace, honey. Okay. If nobody wants to help you and they go to somebody else instead, and that just shows you who's assigned to you from God, who's not assigned to you. Because at the end of the day, that's all that is with that type of question. Don't be mad who don't help you. That means that person ain't assigned to you. So don't be offended by that. Just keep going, keep pushing. Keep doing your thing as who you are, and continue to let God lead you. And I'm gonna keep saying God, because God is in everything I do. God is of God.
That's on God.
We know
that person ain't helped you is because that person was not assigned to you. Your money ain't finna stop because that person ain't want to help you, baby. God got something bigger coming. So let that little leaf flip over across the street somewhere, and you keep on pressing, baby. There you go.
Yeah, and keep moving. And I mean, we have a great church family too, because
I love
everybody is super supportive, business or no business. Everybody's super supportive, and that's a reflection of our leadership also. Pastor Dietrich Hicks of True Praise Spiritual Church, 440 Shelby Road, Evanston, Texas, 76140. So let me see. So Z, I'm gonna put the question back up here so you can see it again. What is your response to this?
My response to that is, first of all, when you're dealing with family, to me personally, why would I go to somebody in my family when you've never owned a business? You don't even have a DBA or LLC.
Say that. Right. That's what I'm talking about. We not finna talk about that. You don't know when I'm in business.
You hear me that way? So I come from a family of generational curses where things were swept under the rug, and it rolled over to me and my cousins, our generations, and then the generation after us, they got their blessings, but we were skipped over. So we had to come to agreement and break the generational curse off of us. So why would I want to ask somebody who you've never had nothing but poverty all your life and
poor mindset
So I know if I come to you with a business idea like that, or a witty idea,
You
or
gonna get drugged and talked about.
a God-given
Yeah.
idea,
Yeah.
my God-given gift or passion, God gave me this witty idea for me. It wasn't for me to release to my family or everybody, because family, they're gonna taint your God-given idea. They're gonna try to drag you down and just get it in your head that, oh, it ain't for you, because they don't want to see you come up faster than them.
Make sure
Right. You right.
They're gonna
You
do
right.
everything in their will power to try to drop a word curse over you, to stop it and everything. They're gonna do everything. So I wouldn't even go to my family, because I'm the type of person, I've been in business 10 plus years, and I done learned in and outs, legal way, illegal way. Yeah, I'm that honest. I know some things. Oh yeah. So
Who
I'm the
eats
type of
the
person
chip?
with families. With families,
GG.
I wouldn't even go to family. I don't mix business and family together. I don't do it. I don't mix business with family, just like you can't mix business with personal, like I shared earlier on my platform. Because if you know the type of family that you're dealing with, and you know that everybody, come from poverty, or they delusional, or this person over here this person over here lie too much, this person can't manage money, I'm not even finna include you in my business, period. I'm not even gonna ask you nothing
In
about
my
business,
business, period. I'm not even
So
gonna ask you
that I
nothing
wouldn't feel
about
no
business,
type of
period.
way.
Really?
You told me no, but
Yeah,
I wouldn't
so
come to you for a business idea, period, or nothing pertaining to business, period, because you may not have that proper knowledge that I need anyways for that type of business. I'm gonna go to somebody who has more than me, or as much as me or more than me, so I can get to their level, like a millionaire status. I would go to that type of person, a motivational speaker, somebody who can give me godly counseling besides God. That's who you should go to. So you can't worry about if you went to your family and they told you no, but they supporting somebody else with the same business. That's what come with family, because they don't want to see certain members in their family come up before them. They don't want to see, especially if you was a black sheep, an eyeball, a misfit, and then the first would be last and the last would be first. So they was first and then you was last, but now you first and now they last. They can't stomach that. So they gonna tell you any and everything to be.
She ain't lying,
That's
though.
the truth.
For real, they done counted you out.
That
Like,
is
who
the
she thinks
truth.
she
They
is?
gonna tell you
That is
everything.
the
They
truth.
gonna tell you everything in the book to make you think that you ain't hearing and seeing from God about that dream or that vision for that. Oh, girl, you ain't even got the money to start that. How you gonna do that? Don't put no limit on God. God will send me the money. He'll send me the resources. He'll place the people in my path to give me this connection, this resource, that resource. He'll place the money in my path.
He out here preaching.
They start crushing your dreams because they hate. You gotta know the difference between a hater and somebody who giving you constructive criticism.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mrs. Toy.
I was gonna say too. One thing I had to learn, and I know I'm going off the family question, but what Z was just saying, Soul Winner was just saying, was the difference between a hater and constructive criticism, and then a hater and somebody who just don't care. Yeah. So I had to learn that in business, and I think you and Louie talked about that, because some people don't want to see you come up, and some people really don't care, and they mean you well, but they don't care, so they still got to move out the way as well. But I will say, some of the best support I've gotten in business was from complete strangers, like Instagram followers, like people who aren't family, who I would think would be right there next to me. Like just chatting with somebody on Instagram, you can make so many connections, and it's building you up. So sometimes that familiar place in that space, that's not where business resides.
Exactly.
It's other
Come
ways.
on now. That's what I'm saying.
And I pretty much went through something recently about that, because I was expecting certain things from certain people, and I'm like, and then they would send me, advice, and I'm like, I didn't ask for this advice. You're not a business owner, and you're not a client. So where's this coming from? And I said, you posted something about boundaries.
That's a distraction.
Like, yeah,
that's
it's
what
a distraction. And I said, okay, these people need to stay over here. They have nothing to do with none of the businesses. They have nothing to do with that. If you're my friend over here in this section. I don't know who's typing or if we being watched.
It's somebody's internet connection. It's somebody's internet. Yeah.
I was like, listen, I hear the clacking.
Yeah, it's the internet.
But I had to, and then I had to learn too because I've been told I'm the secretive one, as far as with family, because I won't tell you anything that's going on. If you don't see it on Facebook, you're just not gonna know unless you a client. So it's like, Demetria, don't, you can't take your gifts and your ideas to everybody, because like Z was saying, Prophet Z was saying, they're gonna cut it down, and then you gotta go seek God longer than usual.
Yeah, because
you
now
broken
you
down and
thinking,
torn up.
you thinking, Lord, did you speak to me? Was that you?
And I'm gonna say
You
this
was
real
not
fast, y'all. That's the gateway right there to where people, especially black people, overtalk themselves. They overtalk themselves, telling more than what people need to know. Then when you done told everybody your whole business plan, your layout, everything God showed you now. Oh, they stole my idea because they had the money before you. Oh, they stole my idea. They stole
Come on, prophet.
No, you ran your mouth.
Yeah, that's why I ain't talking nothing. You might got the money. I ain't got it yet.
Everybody your business.
Now I gotta watch my dream come up.
For real. Black people talk too much.
Not
They gotta
doing
talk themselves out of anything. Learn how to be quiet and shut your mouth. They didn't steal nothing. You gave it to them freely, baby. Yeah, that's free game, like we used to say. Yeah, that's free game, baby. Yeah.
I'm telling you, even Pastor said she told, don't be telling them nothing.
Nobody
Nobody
nothing from you that you ain't give them. Because if it was yours, it couldn't have got stolen from you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
you gave them the blueprint.
too much. God did not tell you to release that to that person. You know what I'm saying? You releasing all the witty ideas God gave you to each and everybody, to tainted souls, jealous souls, envious souls. You release all because I'm finna do this and that. You cannot release the blessings before the manifestation. Stop talking so much. Sharing every move. When God ain't told you to tell that person, and that's why they probably had the funds right then and there, so they showed you stole your idea.
Stole it. Stole it.
Stole it.
And you gotta watch it. Now
you stop running your mouth too much, telling everybody everything.
Nah, you're not supposed to do me like that.
Nah, for real.
I got something to say. Are you waiting
for me to tell them kids to go to bed?
Listen, y'all, it's Georgia's birthday, so we turned up all night.
Yeah, don't listen to me. I'm just joking. Do not listen to me.
Okay, listen, y'all. Listen, I got something to say.
Okay.
It is pros and cons in life. You have to do what brings you balance. And that's it, honey.
That way.
That's all I gotta say. These kids gonna go to bed, y'all, for real. They gotta
Georgia, get in that bed.
Get in that bed. It's over. It's a wrap.
Okay. That's so cute though.
Hey, so Joe, do you got something to say about that? About Demetria's question?
Yeah. I don't really have that problem because I think I have a pretty supportive family, and I think they respect me enough, not to at least show me that that's what they're doing. If you know I clean carpet, right, and then you hire somebody else, you be like, whoa, wait a minute now. I think they respect me enough to not do that, and there's plenty of them. There's plenty of family members, but yeah. And I think this is important, right? Because y'all were talking about the family members that maybe, well, Z was saying when they come from I don't know, they're stuck in a cycle, right?
A poor mindset,
right? A poor mindset,
thinking is what it is.
Yeah, I didn't want to say that, but a poor mindset, right? So so you have that, right? And this is real talk. Dr. Latoya Smith, she said something. I can't remember. This was about maybe 2 years ago. We had like a little a meeting or a convention or something at the church, right? And they had all these different people come out and tell they stories, right? What was the name of it? Do you remember?
The Strong Witness.
Strong Witness. The first time we had it at the church, right? You said this to me, and Alicia can vouch for this. You said this in front of everybody. You said that you have to learn that boundaries are okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Stick with
that and that's and I'm telling you the honest to God truth in front of everybody. That changed my life because knowing that okay, I have issues with anxiety, right? And I don't mind saying it. Either I explode and I'm angry, or I'm anxious and I don't want to do something. So a lot of people see me as outspoken, loud, a clown, right? So I'm always doing something goofy. I'm always doing something goofy, right? So so people think I'm an extrovert, but it's like I take. Can y'all hear that?
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, it's.
I think it's
Dominique. It's Dominique's phone.
Maybe you can turn the camera off on his.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe that'll help. Yeah, I think that helps. Okay, so people see me like as an extrovert, right? I'm the person that's I want to be the life of the party. I'm joking, but then a lot of me, most of the time, I want to be alone. Yeah. A lot of people don't understand it about me. So I switch it on, switch it off, right? It depends on how comfortable I am. And a lot of that has held me back, as far as my business. So I had to learn that I had to set boundaries with people, and that helped me to come out of that box. So in business, with our family members, we need to set boundaries.
Yeah.
Just set boundaries. You already know who's gonna support you and who's not gonna support you. You know that off the top.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's the truth. It's and so y'all, Casey had a question also. I see you guys' questions. We getting to them. I'm sorry. Yeah. Are you ever too old to start a business? Never.
No, ma'am.
Never. She know that. Casey.
We love you, Casey.
Teacher, I know.
And to add to that, in this economy, it's best to have a business. If you work, get you something on the side.
Yeah, residual income, period. Find ways to make some money in your sleep.
Get you something on the side because you never know. Me and Alicia lost our job at the same time, same day.
Same day.
We got laid off the same exact day, and at that point, we were on our own. On our own. But if we didn't have this already in place, where would we be? We're doing better. We're doing better now than what we did in the corporate world.
Yeah,
right.
You don't know that until you get out on your own and push yourself.
Yeah,
and I told Alicia too. I get up every day like I'm going to work because if I don't, my rent will not get paid.
Yep, that's true.
She is a goofball.
I know. I can't help it.
Yeah, that is the truth though. And so I mean, Casey, just jump, just do it. I think I need to stop telling everybody that because I'm like, hey, you want to do what? Let's go.
Yep. That's her. She did. She literally said, "What you got a start date for? Just do it." What we waiting on?
Let me say this real quick too. This is why it's important that we do encourage each other to venture out and have these businesses because, okay, check this out, right? So we all have a business that's sitting here, right? So if someone contacts me, calls me, they're going through a divorce or they're going through the loss of a child, I can hook them up with LaToya. If somebody having financial problems, I can point them to Megan. If somebody need pictures, I can point them to Gigi. And you know what I mean? Vice versa. So that's what this is really about.
Yeah.
Like we have to be close knit as a business community.
Yeah.
And figure out what it is that we want to do as a people. That it'll only get better. We'll be able to weed out the people that really don't mean us any good at all.
Yeah.
The family members, fake customers, we'll refer them to each other. We've met so many people through LaToya. We've met so many different people, man. Good connections through Latoya.
Yeah.
She good
You know,
people.
and that's
Period.
important.
If you don't like her, something wrong with you. It's you,
Right.
not her.
Right.
Thought I'd say that.
Thank you.
No,
Thank you,
you're
man.
you're telling the truth.
Appreciate you.
For
That was the
real.
truth, for real. That was the truth.
That's the truth. Seriously. Seriously. So, anybody else have any other questions while you have all of us? It's a bunch of us. So, let me see.
Nope, it's bedtime. I'm eating cereal.
You in the hamburger?
She got
hungry.
She couldn't wait.
Couldn't wait.
That way.
Gigi was eating Gigi over eating party chips.
They was loud.
I was putting them kids in bed.
These kids supposed to be in the bed at 9:30.
Uh-uh.
Well, it's 9:30 now. It's almost 9:30.
Yeah.
It is. Let me see. Let me make sure we don't have any more questions, guys. Let me see. No, Co-Pastor Roy said her business was set up in 1993, but haven't done anything with it, but still have the name file. Ma'am, we've been telling you.
What is you doing?
My face, y'all.
Oh,
Hey,
what's her business? What's her business? What's her business?
Right. Hey, that was before Tupac got shot.
Yeah, we gonna talk, Co-Pastor Roy. You gonna make some cake, and I'm gonna eat it, and we gonna talk.
You get with Alicia, you gonna be up and running in no time, girl.
Okay, Alicia gonna push her out there.
Yeah.
She'll be like, what you doing? Let's go. We gotta go. What you doing?
What's her business though? Did she say?
Look at Dr.
She didn't say it.
Y'all laughing at her.
I think she cooked. She cooked, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, she's a cook, and she can cook real good too.
She said she do things on the side. Okay.
So D James, all y'all inspired me, and I love y'all. The knowledge y'all installing me, I took it, and it's manifesting right now.
Amen. Amen.
Love you, D.
She know I love her for real. That's my girl for real.
See, you know, God connect you to the right people at the right time, y'all.
That's true. I do believe that. Okay, there she goes.
Good child. I do everything.
Guys,
I actually think she can go like with the DBA and stuff, like she can go like reconnected, but I'm trying to get the words out what I'm trying to say. I can't get the words out right now.
Like, does she have to? She has to do another form, or she probably can go down there.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That she making like a form of reconnecting, but if not, then she'll just have a new one.
Like file with the state.
You have to do a new one because it's been too long.
Yeah, I think it's been the past 10 years.
Yeah, it's like, like 10 years. You gotta do a new one.
Yeah, she has to go get a new one. She has to go get a new DBA.
Now,
you hear that,
that's a long time. Yeah, maybe. So we're gonna help Co-Pastor Roy. That's what we're talking about too. Okay, good. Okay.
If she wants to, she ain't gotta go all the way downtown. She can go on Miller for $25 and however much they decide to charge her at that time. But she don't have to go downtown waiting those long lines. On Miller in Fort Worth, Texas, she can go down there in the little court order center.
Yeah, because it's one on one off of Old Granbury Road too.
Yeah,
I'm
that's for the DBA.
For a DBA.
What does he say?
I don't know nothing that y'all talking about. I'm straight in Dallas.
Oh Lord.
And then she said that 10 of them had the same DBA. That's so silly.
Sometimes we get defeated before we even start. It could be many people or whatever. How many times do you start over and begin again? Yeah, you keep going.
Off and try again. It's all that matters, you know.
Yeah. That's it, period. And if you trust God, you don't worry about the money.
that type of stuff like that comes with this territory. With that, that's something you gotta be strong, mind strong with that. When it comes to stuff like this, you have to be mind strong, because if not, you be doing like everybody else, putting the business aside and don't never start.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
All that matters is that you want to start over.
You gotta have your why. When you find your why, that's what's gonna keep you motivated.
Mm-hmm.
I know
Me,
that's right.
like even when money wasn't like an issue, I didn't have the money, but I'm the type of person, I don't care if I want some. I ask some investors. I like, listen, this is what I'm trying to do. Can you put something down on? I promise you, I'm gonna pay you back.
Right,
You know,
right.
that part.
I'm real
And they did.
persistent.
I'm gonna
I'm
say
gonna
this
keep
too. What I've
asking.
learned,
Yeah.
what I've learned with this too is when it's your true purpose and it's your true calling, it's gonna go well for you. You know, it may not be in how you wanted to do it, but when it's true for you to be in, it's gonna go good. God gonna make a way. Now, if it's phony and it's something you just playing around with, and God trying to tell you this ain't it, baby, just hold on. It's gonna keep being delayed. But if you wait on God and let it manifest in your true purpose, like now, I have 5 kids. I watch my kids. I watch everything that they do, particularly in their strong gifts. Jayla, she likes to be a nurturer around the house. Jar Jar, he likes to be a janitor. Rango, he's going to like the I know every last one of my kids.
That's so cute.
I know every last one of my kids, y'all. And so that shows me potentially in this, spiritual and the physical realm, what their potential calling is going to be similar like. And so like it go best to what I said. If you do what's true to you, it'll work well. So don't try to focus on what ain't really you who you are. You know who your
That's true.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that goes with your connection too, and having discernment and actually being led by God, and not just out here being reckless, jumping on this boat, jumping on that boat.
Right. Let me say this. When it comes to that, like when you start, or are you too old to start, and none of those things really matter at all. But if we remain humble, and your character remains humble, it don't matter when you start, or who helps you, or who don't support you, or who does. If you remain humble, people are going to automatically want to help you in some kind of way.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's going to happen. It's going to manifest either way it goes. Because people are going to want to help you when they see that it's genuine and it's something that So it don't matter when you start or how you end it, just long as you do it. At some point, just do it. Just do it. I would recommend that. I know that's corny and that's so 1992, but just do it.
It still apply.
Just do it. Just
Write
do
it on
it.
the mirror and just do it.
Good. You can either win or lose, yes or no, from it. So it's like, hey,
amen.
Yeah, it's like
our church family, hey, we helping.
What they say about the lottery. You can't win if you don't play.
That part. I don't play. But
So treat your dreams the same way. Just put yourself out there, and you never know. You never know.
You never know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just think about the people that you're gonna be helping too, just depending on what your business is. That was for me. Like I know it's a lot of people do credit repair. I'm not dumb. But listen, everybody, there's people assigned to me, I feel. You get me? They're assigned specifically for me, so I don't be worried about nothing. And look, they be coming. I be like, girl, how you find me? And I mean, that's just how it is. So you just find your why and stick with that and just get to it.
Yeah. And so like co-pastor Roy, if you need a why, we need your food.
Yeah. We need a cake.
That's all the we need.
That's all. That's all for real.
You need to get busy.
Yeah. We're waiting on you. Like Pastor told me, she said some people are, and she said this about ministry too, and it applies, with our businesses as well. Because that is a part of it. Like y'all said, it's a part of ministry. But she said there are people that are held up because you haven't made that next step. You haven't made that move. So we are here starving.
That's true. That's right.
You ain't made that next step.
And you've been holding on since 1993. What's going on? You could be rich right now.
You ain't lying.
Rich, I tell you.
Yeah.
That make you mad too. You think about how long you know you ain't started and how long how far you could have been, how rich you could have been. Like, man,
yeah, be rich.
Everything happens for a reason. Everything's different for a reason.
Yeah.
Pastor said she don't need a calendar. Hey, I got
You got a journal? You got a journal?
I'll bring it Sunday. Hey, I'm finna give you a whole package of stuff.
She said she don't need a watch, she need a calendar.
So best boy, see me after church.
Mama, I'm telling you, man. Mama, okay. Let me tell y'all a short, a real quick story about my mama, real quick. And I don't know if she ever told the church this, but let me tell y'all this story about my mama, right? Okay, so growing up, we didn't let a whole lot of people in our house. It didn't matter who it was, my friends, homeboys. My mama didn't want nobody around, right? This how crazy my mama is, right? Okay, my mama was in the kitchen frying chicken, right? And my homeboy Jamal, he was in the house. Man, I still hear this to this day. If we ever get together, he always bring this story up. We leave the house, right? I think we was going to a football game. We leave the house, right? And my mama comes outside on the front porch. It's in the middle of the day, and we getting in my car to go to the school for the football game. And my mama say, "Hey!" My mama said, "Which one of y'all niggas took my ticket out the green?" Man, I was so embarrassed, man. I said, "Mama, the grease is hot." She talking about, yeah, one of y'all took a piece of chicken out that grease.
How bad you want it? How bad you want it?
Y'all hear me?
She knows.
To this day, nobody took nothing. My mama tried to embarrass me. To this day, I am not playing. We get together one time a year. To this day, Jamal still bring that story up, and it don't matter who around. Man, remember that time your mama said we took that chicken out the grease? She is so embarrassing, man.
Gosh. Yeah, we love her though. We love her. We need her. She keep us on our feet. For real. But y'all, it's getting late. It's 9:40. It's past my bedtime. I'm supposed to be at 9. You hear me? I want to thank everybody that was on the platform. Prophet is Z Soul winner. Second Trucking LLC, and she's also an author. We have an interview coming up the second Friday in March, so we look forward to that. And Dr. Latoya Smith of LCS Counseling and Consulting. We had an interview before, so I'm going to get back with you, Dr. Latoya Smith, and have a live interview with you so we can talk about that. Gigi of J's, I keep saying J's Collection, where she does photography. She has accessories. She can style you and take your picture all in
the same day.
On the same day. It's that I want to get paid. And then we got Megan Chambers of Elite. We have Megan of Elite Dollar Solutions LLC. Financial literacy and credit repair. We got Mighty Joe Hicks of Buff Daddy Floors. Commercial
clean that.
Clean that.
Clean it.
And Dominique. They were having some connection issues, but I'm gonna get with you too, Gigi, about an interview. If we got to do it later in the evening time, Dominique and Quenisha, I'm gonna get with y'all so we can make sure that you guys have a chance to talk and share your businesses and all that good stuff and gravy. We got a live interview tomorrow with Jennifer Briggs at 8 p.m. Thank our Pastor Dietrich Hicks, for tuning in. Prophetess Atkins, Demetria, Mother Atkins is on here. Tina Martin, D. James, co-pastor Roy. We're gonna get this business going when you get back in town. I see that you said you're gonna be out of town. And so Sister Rashaw is on her. She said something about a business too, so we need to get on her, y'all. And Chassie,
hold on. Sister Rashaw got them pickles.
She got
Rashaw got them pickles.
Okay.
She does have them
Yep,
pickles.
Sister Price too. I know she
Sister
may
Price
not
did
know,
too. Yes,
but
I'm gonna give her some Price too because she's
Price got that peanut butter cake.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Tina Martin from Cali, y'all. Cali in the house. Hey, Tina from Cali.
Hey.
Y'all need to be proud for your interview, baby. Come to Jay'sCollectionUnlimited.com. All right now. Okay, I'm marketing right now. Hey, that's what I'm doing.
I see y'all. So let's go around real fast and y'all leave some final words real quick. Come on, Z, before you fall asleep. I see it in y'all.
Yeah, she got the itis now. She done ate that bowl or whatever she was eating.
I would just say, stay faithful, keep your faith, learn to step out of faith. Always be led by God, and make sure that you hear from God before you make any moves, pray on everything pertaining to your business. And, if you're starting a business or if you already in business, to always pray over your business and say your affirmations,
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
It just be led by God, and you can't go wrong with none of that. I'm gonna leave it at that.
All right. Okay, that's good, y'all. And Gigi, come on, G.
It's my turn.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say this. Pray before you move. Don't speak before your time. Don't move before your time. Be led by God, and don't tell your dreams and wishes to everybody, because it go back to what we all spoke about earlier. You speaking to low vibrational people. Everybody don't understand your purpose. They don't understand your calling. It's only between you and God, baby. Okay.
Yeah.
So, what else can I say? I don't have a brain freeze. I can't say anything else right now. But stay encouraged. I go back to what I said. Do all things through Christ. And let Christ lead and guide you. And it's gonna work out for us good. God has no respect of a person. And everything that you do is already written before you was even born. And so whatever is for you to come in and be in at that moment, it's already done. Just keep the faith. Take a step forward. Don't let people and other folks hold you back from what your true calling and dreams are. And that's that. That's all I can say right now. I had a brain freeze. So.
Okay. Maybe give us some words.
Listen, keep God first. Everything you do, pray daily. We have to renew our mind and spirit every day. To keep focused in what we're doing. And I really believe in keeping a positive environment, and that's from the people you be around. The decisions you make, just make sure they, like you said, come from God. And you'll succeed.
All right. And Joe, what's your final words?
Yeah, so there is no try, only do. We trying to make janitorial cool again.
And you doing that, look.
And pay your tithes. And pay your tithes.
Man, say that, pay your tithes.
That's good.
That's it for me.
Okay, Dr. Smith.
Yeah, all that, everything everybody said, and even this circle, this meeting, like I remember Pastor saying, and she prophesied, well, she's been saying it, that the church is going to be full of businesses.
Right.
And now we see that coming to fruition, like just the spilling over of ideas. And I love that part. I love this space of encouragement, and we boost each other up. I think Joe was just saying that. And another thing that Pastor had said to me years ago, as soon as I step into my office, pray. And so as soon as I step into my office every day, if I'm running late, if I gotta go to the bathroom, no matter what it is, I get down on my knees, I pray, and then I get up and do whatever. And I love that space. But then also one thing I learned as far as business is that be careful who you connect with, because everything that look good isn't good. Because sometimes it looks like, man, I think I heard Prophet Z say it earlier. It looks like this is gonna be dope. Let me connect over here, and then it takes you. It's a distraction. You know what I mean? So I'm learning. It took me a minute. It took me a lot of wasted money, a lot of wasted time, a lot of hurt feelings. That every partnership, every collab, every connection is not meant. And so a lot of times it's just work in the lane that God gave you to work. and staying steady, and then fruit's gonna come from that.
Right.
But thank you, Alicia, for doing this, and then Q for posting the video.
Yeah, Kanisha, even though she didn't get.
Thank y'all so much. So y'all, I love all y'all so much. Thank y'all so much for this impromptu discussion. So y'all have a good night. Everybody go to bed. It's late. Go to bed. Bye.
All right. Bye.